right, welcome back. Welcome back to Greenbox Gaming plays Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. My name is Joe. I'll be your handler for this operation. I am joined with my good friends Dace, playing Benji. Say hi.
Oh yeah, bringing that disgruntled off-kilter energy that some people love and a few people really hate.
Really? Hey, that's why we love him. Well, by Brad, playing Hank.
Hello.
Thank you, Brad, for for that. And for
Highest effort, as always.
and of course, Jean, playing our lovely Benedict.
Hello, hello.
Hello. How you guys doing? It has been a real scorcher. I know John is literally wearing gloves and a hoodie because he is not experiencing a massive heat wave across the entirety of North America.
I'm disgruntled and off-kilter as I sit here in this improvised gaming nook eating ramen noodles out of Tupperware. I think that sums it up pretty nicely.
Well, you know, if out of all of us, I believe recently Dace has actually shifted to a 4 a.m. to 12 noon shift because the nature of his work is so insanely hot already.
Yeah.
That, like, man.
It's very different.
Like sexy hot?
Always.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those welding jackets that only come to the bottom of the nips?
They're like crop tops.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of welders out there that just have scarred-ass stomachs.
They're all dressed like Zoolander in the
Just covered in trash.
I will say there is something really peaceful about that schedule. About waking up at 3, and then the commute is 3:30, so there's like nobody on the road. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And then you get to work alone in the dark for like a few hours, which is also nice. Yeah.
That is my every evening. I love that part of the day. It's nice.
Yep.
Nobody can bother you. You feel impervious to the world.
That's a good way to put it.
I'm now imagining that Jean, like, a friend comes around to, like, say hi and then knock on the door and you, like, open your door and, like, it's just dark in there. Like, you just don't have the lights on. Like, you don't have to. It's just how you do it. You know?
Yeah. Photons aren't welcome here.
not in this house. I had a question for you guys. Something I recently experienced. Do you guys have a game or a book or even a movie or a TV show or something that there was a time when you loved it and you went back to it time and time again, but nowadays it's like you've overdone it so much that you almost just can never enjoy it again because, like, you overdid it? You guys have any of those?
Totally.
What's that for you, Dace?
Books. There are a few books, like, specifically I'm thinking of David Gemmell. I was huge on David Gemmell when I was growing up. And I recently, I've been listening to a shit ton of audiobooks lately, and I listened to Just the Legend, which I wore out when I was, like, probably 18 or so.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point listening to it. I already knew everything that happened despite not having read it in like 15 years.
Was that weird too? Because, like, especially if you had read it before, and so, like, you kind of, like, already have your own voice, like your own internal voice for, like, the different characters and stuff. Like, was that a part of it, or was it just like you're like, meh?
No, it's just I literally knew what was gonna happen. Like, and books like Waylander, like, I can almost quote those. Like, I bought Waylander in Spanish because I know the story so well that despite my shoddy understanding of Spanish, like, I can still read it because I know what's going on.
Wow. You're like, well, I know we're in the 7th chapter, and I know we're 8 paragraphs in, so I know this is what's happening.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You got any of those, John? You got anything that you just kind of wore out?
So there's some games that I just played too much to the point where it's not healthy anymore. I don't think it even got worn out. I just made a decision. So, like, Dota, I used to play Dota.
Ooh,
What is Dota?
Dude,
I've heard of Dota.
It's a dark space, and it's like a 5v5 cooperative adversarial PvP game.
What does Dota stand for? I've seen it all over the internet.
Defense of the Ancients.
Defense. There you go,
Okay.
nailed it. And yeah, I can't anymore.
Wait, can you
I
describe
think
it?
the thing that
I'm still. What kind of game is it? I'm still confused.
It's a
okay, you got 5 like heroes. You control the heroes, and the heroes need to support the like trees or the other faction, and they're just sending out waves of enemies on both sides to try and get the other person's base destroyed.
It's like a top-down, real-time kind of strategy. Like each side is constantly releasing like NPC waves at each other, and you're constantly like try to attack the other base, and you're basically
and
the
there's
players. The
What,
players are supporting that and trying to destroy the other players, and also the other players' towers that defend their base, so that you can destroy their ancient, which is like their base core.
So you just got so
And
obsessed with it that you had to.
Dude, it's crazy in
No,
depth.
it's really good. It's a fucking amazing game. But
Oh, so
I
it's
came
like
out
a-
of every single match being sad, disgruntled,
Sad.
angry, or sad.
Well, and
Yeah,
the
those are the
rounds like
And
last.
then you're like, okay, so you want to go another one?
Yeah.
And the answer is always yes, because there's never a feeling of wow, that was cool.
Well,
Even when it's a feeling of wow, that was cool, you go again. So it's
is
just like
is Dota still? There was a time where Dota was the highest paying pro video game circuit out there.
I don't know.
Like it has an
I don't know.
incredibly high skill cap. One of the big things is the rounds are like 30 minutes long. Like
Yeah.
you can't just sit down and knock one out like you're playing COD. So it actually is a real big time sink.
Cool.
And when
Yeah.
people talk about the amount of hours they have in Dota, they talk about like how many thousands of hours they have.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that's how you
That was
measure how much you play.
I'd probably know a lot more from school and university if it wasn't for that game.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be so emotionally balanced.
Think how emotionally balanced you are.
How did Dota lead to your emotional balance?
That drip feed of sadness, disgruntled unhappiness, and let's go again. That
That
addictive
slow
thing.
drip.
That can't just be good all the time.
What about
Fascinating.
you? What about you, Brad? You got one of those? This game
Trying to
or a
think.
series or?
Only thing I could think of is every fight scene in The Matrix 2.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Because when I was a kid, I would just skip the story and just go to the fight scenes and watch the fight scenes over. And now I hate that movie. Matrix 1's still good. Matrix 2 was never really good, but it's now really bad to me.
Okay. All right.
You were obsessed with the Matrix for a while,
I remember that. Yeah.
and this would be like middle school, probably like 7th or 8th grade.
Dude, you want to talk about the perfect time to be into Matrix? It is.
The Matrix was made for 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
But I don't
God.
think I have like a game that I'm completely sick of, or even a book. So yeah, I'm gonna go with The Matrix 2 Reloaded.
Just the fight scenes.
What's your opinion on the two twins, the albino twins with dreadlocks?
The ghost.
The ghosts.
They're kind of cool.
They're kind of cool.
Dude, we should next Delta Green campaign. We should be the ghosts. We should roleplay the ghosts.
Both of us the same exact.
We're just-
character.
it's just the
Twins.
Sixth Sense. It's just
We're
Delta Green.
twins.
Delta Green, the Sixth Sense. Oh, I'm sorry for those listening who don't know what happens to the Sixth Sense. Whoops. For that 40-year-old movie, or however the hell old it is.
so what's your one, Joe? Or you just
Yeah, what's
harvesting
yours?
data from us?
No, I recently went back and I was going to play some Civ 5.
Ooh.
I played so much, and don't get me wrong, it's still good, but and similar to Brad though, there are parts of Civ 5 that, and I'm not like a good Civ 5 player. Like for those, like on the difficulty scale, it goes from what is it, Settler to Immortal, and I usually play like just above what is considered to be the balanced play, which basically means that you and the AI players are equal. You like neither one of you gets a bonus. I usually play just over the top of that, where the AI gets a little bit of a bonus at king difficulty. But that's it. Like that's like I'm not like a crazy good technical player. I've always just really enjoyed it.
Well,
But there's a bit where you get when you basically get to the industrial era, and because I have no interest in just like playing harder and harder difficulties, it's just not a thing. By the time I get to the industrial era, I typically have outpaced the AI in tech, and it's like, well, I know which way this is going. I know I might as well kind of quit. Like,
lucky for you, they just released a trailer for what the new Civ.
I haven't played Civ 6. I haven't played it. Haven't bought it.
Oh, I thought 5 was the newest. Yeah, 6 is newest, so I guess they're coming out with 7.
I think. Well, yeah. So I don't know, but like I played it just into the ground. I got into the No Quitters mod, then I got into Lek mod, like big like fan made mods, to change up the balance and stuff. And I don't know, and again, like every now and then I can go back and play it, but by the time I reach typically the industrial era, I'm like, I have typically outpaced, because my big thing is like, I'm just going to destroy, during the medieval era, I'm just going to go to war with my neighbors. It's just my big thing. It doesn't matter what kind of civ I am. So maybe if I like RP a peaceful civ or something, like, like maybe it would be better, but I don't know. I just kind of wrung it out. And again, it's a great game and I love it, but I just get to that point where I'm like, I know which way this is going. I could change it if I turned up the difficulty, but I don't know. It's just here I am complaining about it, and here I am complaining about the solution.
I feel like that's not necessarily the point. Like, you shouldn't have to up the difficulty. Things like that you love so much that you wear them out. It's like comfort food. It's like the mac and cheese of gaming experiences. You don't want something different. Like, that's why I kept rereading those David Gemmell novels. It's like familiar, comforting.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a really, really good way to put that. Yeah.
No, I think one of the best strategy games of all time needs to do better.
That's, you know what? They just, one of the most well-known franchises.
He's a harsh critic, that Davis.
Just needs to unfuck itself.
That's interesting that's where your mind went, Brad, because my mind went to, I need to find Dace's copy of David Gemmell's Waylander and insert a page.
Just gaslight
You just
wait a second.
Why is Waylander touching himself?
Oh God,
That'd be hilarious.
Really throw him for a loop. God, like what would you even think? Like I would literally think like, I'm starting to. Every now and then I'm like, have I had a stroke? Like something. I'll say something or think something. I'm like,
We should probably get started, but that reminds me of a scene in a Joe Abercrombie novel that I listened to recently that's so absurd that maybe...
Don't spoil it for me, because I'm going to read that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright, never mind.
We'll never know.
Well, speaking of comforting things that we always go back to, that we just love and know and understand with every ounce of our being, let's talk about impossible landscapes. How about that?
Right. Ironic transition. You're experimenting.
Yeah, we're really moving out
the bounds.
Yeah. So last time, guys, you guys in Hotel Broadalbin, after everything that's happened to get you here, you guys finally found your way in after a running gunfight. Hank almost fucking dying. You met a few people on the way. Last time, or maybe it was time before last, I can't recall. You met Miriam Darabandi. You met what was her name? Vicky, whatever the hell her name was, who was Victor Carell's girlfriend. Who looked like she had been. Thank you for that. Who looked like she had been.
Don't help him, Brad.
Been hung.
This is where he slips. This is where he gives out more than he needs. Don't help him. This is the test.
He's vulnerable. Strike.
He's vulnerable. But you guys, last time you guys had talked to, and you talked to Mark Rourke a little bit. You talked to, you had been assigned or kind of given this job to, hey, like, by what's his, I can't. What is his name? El Malauset. That's right. El Malauset. You had asked him, like, hey, we kind of want to find the Whispering Labyrinth, and he told you, hey, if all you gotta do is go fix this room for me, you gotta go fix room 830. You guys agreed, and you set off. One thing that you did ask for is you actually asked for a different room. On the way up to your new room, your lakeside view room, you actually met someone. You met this what's his name? Private Rovin Labolas, a World War II soldier who, you talk to him. He seems to think he might be in hell, or something like that, right? And you convince him to follow you, to come. Hey, come with us. We're going to take you back to your commanding officer. You actually have someone who had some military history kind of knowledge, and they were able to kind of manipulate that. So good on you. You did the thing that all GMs hate, which is you added NPCs to the fucking party.
I'm going for a high score here. So every game you run, I'm going to rope in an NPC.
You manage to go. You guys manage to go to your room, and you hear these explosions, these artillery rounds. Something very similar outside of what you saw actually briefly while you were in the Dorchester in the Night World. You guys leave out to go to room 830, I believe, to go fix this room. Hank, and of course, the first thing you do is you get your new NPC friend to go in first. And as that happens, then Hank goes in, doing the very Hank thing that he would. He rushes in to save Labolas, and is pulled into this world where he's seeing Benji Potts' funeral, and Benedict is there. Manages to snap out of it. It's some type of hallucination or trick or something. Manages to snap out of it and seemingly kind of fix the room. Now, when you kind of come to, you save Private Labolas from drowning in the bathtub, you realize that the room appears to be a place where bottles are made in a bizarre fashion, by the way. There seems to be like a pneumatic tube system like in the wall that actually delivers patsu to this location. And then there's like this weird machine that kind of turns out bottles. And as you guys are just kind of trying to figure this out, this purple-robed mannequin with this silver corkscrew around its neck rises up and actually takes the bottle and begins to leave. You guys follow it. The sommelier. You guys follow the sommelier down the stairs into the basements. And I believe last time that is where we stopped. Now, when we were in the sanity check, we actually kind of discovered that we had been doing something a little bit wrong. As we are wont to do, because I'm not good at this. These guys are, if I'm not good, then these guys, yeesh. You know what I'm saying?
We like to shoot from the hip around here.
Yeah. But we realized that something about Benji. We had actually been doing exhaustion wrong. Benji should have been rolling a bunch of stuff at some negatives and whatnot. And we talked about a little sanity check. I don't remember exactly what we came to. But one of the things that we were talking about is Benji should probably be at least a negative 10 because of exhaustion, because he hasn't been able to get any sleep. And this may or may not have affected some sanity rolls that he did. And because, actually, let's take a look real quick at the roll 20, because I want to go back up and I want to see the sand check, the last sanity check that Benji did. What was a failure anyway?
Yeah. 82 over 30.
I could have sworn it was something else, because I thought it was something we were discussing, and it was like a guaranteed this would have happened.
Yeah.
Not like it might have happened.
No. This is what it is. It's because Benji took sanity damage. Because he took 1 sanity damage from an unnatural. He should have had a break. He should have gone into a catatonic state.
But he already failed the sanity check.
You're right. He took the sanity damage.
But he didn't go into catatonic.
We didn't roll for him to see if he wanted to avoid it. So that's where we are here.
Okay.
So here we are. We're going to start right here. We're going to address this because this might make things very, very interesting. And I just want to let you know, personally, I don't usually do this. I'm going to pull back the curtain on Joe for a second. Not even a curtain on the
Naked.
Switch off your camera.
Close your eyes.
Avert them. I'm going to pull back the curtain on Joe. I would love for you guys to get lost down here in the basements. I would love it. Like, I think it would be great. So that's what I'm shooting for. So
Does this go by maybe another name as well? That starts with an L.
Basement.
I don't.
A labyrinth of sorts. Is that what
labyrinth.
this basement is?
Oh no, you guys haven't even reached the labyrinth yet.
You remind me of the Babe.
The babe.
The Babe with power.
The bow.
No. Continue.
Yeah. So David Bowie enters the hallway.
Delighted to be here with all of you.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So
Very good.
here we are. So we're gonna address this right now. So Benji lost some sanity when you guys witnessed this stuff happen in the room. So that being said, here is the part where we need to decide what Benji is going to do, because unless Benji.
Okay,
Benji-
wait, but from a role-playing side,
Go.
are we literally staring at... Are we staring at the sommelier who's just entered the door that's going to take us deeper into the basement?
You guys have just come out of the stairwell and you are starting down the hallway, and we'll say that the sommelier is ahead of you as you guys
'Cause
come through this door.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna follow him because we wanted the bottle he had. Maybe who did we see? We saw whose bottle it was as well, right?
God, I think I had said whose it was, but I do not even remember.
I think we did.
Shit, we definitely should have written that down.
Well, I think.
Or do
that
you have
was-
it?
No.
Okay. But you guys were going to follow him. So here's my question to Dace. Dace, this is going to trigger an acute episode, right? Because you have this standing catatonia disorder. So you can attempt to repress it, which is going to be difficult for you because of just kind of where your sanity is and whatnot. Just kind of like due to the way that the repressing rules start. That the first thing you'll have to do is burn some willpower. Then you will have to burn some bond power, and then you will attempt a sanity roll.
That's not even guaranteed.
Yeah. So it's like, and what is Benji's sanity?
Let's see. Sanity is 31.
31.
Breaking point is 24.
Yeah. So that's only a 31% chance after burning all that willpower. Or you could just succumb to the catatonia. And we could see if these guys can carry you fast enough to keep up with the sommelier. That is the risk.
It's interesting because this wouldn't be a terrible place to have a break.
Not the worst. There's no imminent
Yet.
danger.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. There's never a good place to have a catatonic break, but we're
One
not
would
in
argue.
combat.
Right.
If I have the break, is it like done with? Like
If
Like,
you have the break,
if I
then-
take damage from the unnatural again, will I have to go like through this whole process again, or it's like you do it once and then it's done?
So basically, it's any time that you experience sanity loss from the same type that gave you the original disorder. Specifically, your catatonia disorder is given to you by unnatural damage, so unnatural damage is what triggers your catatonia. It's like having PTSD in a way, even though PTSD is a specific thing in here, but it's like that.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna fall back on my primary directive as a player of games and do the more interesting thing, which is going to be to resist.
Yeah.
because
I will-
catatonic players are boring characters.
I will also note that anyone who makes a psychotherapy roll can attempt to talk you to kind of like get through to you and actually talk you out of it if you go into it. One of these catatonic fugues.
Do either of y'all have any psychotherapy?
No. 12. 2 above 10. So 2 above the baseline.
I have 12 as well.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to resist.
Okay. So
Benji's probably gonna come out fucked up on the other side of this.
I think you will likely come out fucked up on the other side of this. Okay.
Positive
Do it.
thoughts.
Hit it.
All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to attempt to repress. The first thing you'll do is you will roll a 1d4 for willpower. How much willpower do you currently have?
5. Yep.
Keep in mind that
So
two.
if I take any, yeah. What
if
did
you're
I say?
if you're below 2 willpower, you take a negative 20 on everything.
Every single thing. All right.
This is the game.
Well, nice knowing you, Benji. Let's roll a d4.
Let's roll d4.
4.
Holy shit!
4 damage. 4 willpower, leaving you at a grand total of 1.
Oh man.
1 willpower as
The
Benji,
dice gods have spoken.
The dice gods have spoken as
Say we all.
Benji is attempting, again, not even guaranteed still, that he is going
Just
to push through this.
Brutal.
It is brutal. It's a brutal game. Yeah, because I'm looking at, willpower 1 or 2. Negative 20 to everything.
Yeah.
All right, so now go ahead and we're going to burn some. We're going to burn some bond.
Okay.
We're going to reduce a bond by 4 as well. We're going to use the same roll. So you need to reduce a bond by 4. Which bond are you going to reduce?
I have to do it. I have
It's
to
me,
take it
isn't
away
it?
from my long
It's
time.
me.
No.
Oh.
I can't do it
Oh.
because that could be catastrophic. If I roll a 4, I've only got 3 bond left with you. So if I roll a 4, then our bond is broken, and who knows what the fuck that means.
What happens when the bond breaks? Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Look, man, I can guarantee you we're already gonna wind up fucked up enough. We don't have to double down. So it'll be against Zara, my long-term
Ooh.
love interest, who has never come into the story.
Who has never
at
come
all.
into the story. Okay, yeah, Zara is going to
She
be...
never will.
Yeah. All right.
You don't know that. She might be my next character.
Maybe?
D4?
No, it's already a 4. It's a 4. It's the same as what you lost
Oh, fuck. Okay.
for your
well,
willpower.
puts me at a 5 with her.
All right, now you attempt a sanity roll. Now, if you were to have a Jokin, previously known as Juice, I would allow you to use it for this.
Would be a
you.
good time for it.
I'm just saying.
Joking.
Jokin, were you not here for
Feels like
that?
something I would have made up. Maybe I made that up. It's so ridiculous that it's like a double take.
No, that was Brad. That was 100% Brad. I remember listening to
That was
it.
amazing.
All right, let's see that sanity roll.
I don't have a joke. I don't think any of us do. I used it on something.
I don't have one written down. So
Sounds like you don't have one.
I'm
Check another paper.
scouring my
Let's make
character
sure.
sheet.
Check
Well, if I
another
just-
page.
Type
Oh my god. No,
in.
fucking roll the
If I
dice. Come on, guys.
Use my
We
keyboard to
can do
type in one
We
joke
can
and.
get this section started. Let's go.
All right. Sanity roll.
Let's see. Want to get under 31.
Failure.
40.
43 over 31.
3. All right. Benji just burned a whole bunch of bonds and a whole bunch of willpower, and he still is going to fail. And he is going. You guys, as you're going down the stairs, and it's the further down you get, much like the rest of the Hotel Broad album. But it seems like the further down you get, things are kind of run down. This is getting like this is the employees area, so this is the area that doesn't get maintained even when things are in great shape. Things are getting more and more run down, and as you're going down, I imagine maybe Hank's up front. Well, Hank's still kind of busted up, so maybe Benedict's up front. You like open the the stairwell door is just closing as you get to it, and you push it open. You see the sommelier going around a corner up ahead of you. You see that purple robe begin to swish around. You turn back, for Hank, and just as you do, you look over Hank's shoulder, Benedict, and you see Benji as he's making his way, just as his foot hits the last step, and you see that he is beginning to slow. And you see that as his hand is on the rail, his eyes are wide and his expression is far away. You've seen him do this before.
Hank, we gotta
Maybe
stop.
like, as he's like, sort of going into this catatonia, he's like, Benedict, is that my bottle? Like it's off in the distance, and then just like vacant.
Yeah, you've lost him.
All right, can I try a psychotherapy roll? Like if Benedict already has seen this before, he's gonna try. Like,
You can
Benji,
try.
Benji, come back. You've
What do
seen
you-
this before. We've been here. Don't
Do
go
you
there
have
again.
something in psychotherapy?
Don't go there again.
Oh, he has
I've
the
got 12.
baseline.
I got a
Oh.
1 in 10, baby.
Okay, let's roll it. Give it a go.
Can I, just to make sure that the bingo sheet is accurate, given that I've been here before,
For those of you who didn't know, one of our wonderful fans created a bingo sheet on our Reddit. And one of them, I believe, is Jean tries to argue for a bonus.
I just want to get whoever made that really drunk. They're doing it for drinking bingo. So is that a yes, Joe?
I don't know, man. That's gonna have to be a no from me.
Whoa!
Did you get it? Holy
Yeah.
That's a
shit!
that's a 10 under
Wow.
12.
Holy
Wow.
shit!
Crazy.
Oh my
Benedict coming
god.
in clutch. What does Benedict
What does he say?
to
What
does
Benedict?
he say?
Snaps him
Goes
out.
up to him. He is so sick of this. He says, Benji, you stop that. And he looks him with a finger to his face, and he says, stop that. And Benji's like, not really there, so he actually slaps him in the face. Benji! Wham!
Classic.
Get back here. That's not your bottle. And where the hell is where's Labola?
Labolus.
What have you done with him?
Yeah, that's right. Labolus is with
Okay.
you.
He's
Yeah.
just behind you. I'm just like,
Benji like shivers and he's like, I thought I saw my bottle, Benedict. I feel like I might be losing
Okay.
it.
Real quick though, there's something I should have told you that I want to address right here, real quick. Okay.
uh-oh.
And because I didn't tell you,
We're
I'm going
changing the
to give you the opportunity to make a decision. I'm not going to take away your role.
Joe's doing a Civ 5.
On episode 7, on page 70, under sanity, when we're talking about acute episodes, someone who makes a psychotherapy roll can talk an agent down, despite the crisis or presence of the trigger, reducing the impact of the disorder, so that agent regains self-control. That takes several minutes. Specifically states that in the book, otherwise I wouldn't bring it up. So,
Okay.
Or
If
can't
you-
just slap him in the face.
if you want to
He
do
just sits there
this,
slapping him. for
just
several
slap it. You're like at one point in time, Benedict's arm gets tired. He's like, Labolus, get in here. So,
Yes, sir.
so you need to make the decision. I'm gonna
Yes,
say you cannot do this on the run. If you want to stop and do
No,
this,
that makes sense.
if you want to stop and do this, like you might risk losing your trail here, unless Hank wants to go ahead and you separate the party and split the party.
Of course, of course.
Unless
Hank,
Hank
take
wants
Private
to
Labolus.
split the
Well, I
party.
think if I remember correctly, like Labolas is like also kind of had some kind of mental break. Like I had to make a strength check to bring him along, so he's probably not doing too well.
We'll say
Hank
that.
was like, hey,
Did you physically have to pick him up? I remember he had himself a little bit of a break.
I don't know if he's still doing well now. I had to sort of force him out of the room. I think Hank just like, God damn it, and just throws Labolas like that. What's going on with Benji?
Okay, you turn around, you quickly but gently enough set Labolas down as to avoid giving him like a concussion as the sommelier drifts around a corner as you turn to care to your team.
And
That makes sense.
I think Benji's catatonia, the way it manifests, he's like singing under his breath old T-model Ford songs, like
Chicken-headed man.
Chicken-headed
man. Stella, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you.
which is an actual T-model Ford lyric.
Yeah, so you're able to get Benji back with the now, but here's the thing: when Benji kind of comes back to after, your hand is tired, so tired. And Benji, by the time you come through, you like one of your eyes is starting to swell shut again. But I'm gonna tell you, Hank and Benedict both. Benji is not well. Benji is. Maybe he's on the verge of. I don't know. Like, what is Benji's like emotional break look like?
Yeah, I think like I just said, I think he's just like out of it and singing T-model Ford lyrics. Maybe singing "Sail On." That would be a good.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, you guys. Benji's with you, but he's kind of in his own world. Hank, you worry. I think you out of everyone, or maybe even Labolas, maybe even like he's kind of come to he kind of had this whole thing. It's like the episode of Rick and Morty where Morty lives the entire life as inside the simulation and then comes out and it's all freaking out. Like Labolas, like you think that Labolas, like it sounds like he thought he was back home and he's so devastated, but now he, it takes a little bit of time to soothe Benji. You think Labolas is kind of back with it. He has his helmet. He puts it back on his head or back under his arm. He's standing there. And he looks at you, Hank Labolas. Like again, this young guy, this old World War II, olive drab, uniform, and holding his rifle still. He kind of looks at you and he kind of gives you like a yee kind of look and he kind of shakes his head and he's like, and he mouths to you, he mouths shell shock to you. He's like, shell shock, to
now Labolas, I have none of that. No, Benji's been through more than you know. Now, and then he comes over to Benji. He's like, Benji, look at me, man.
Just like out of it.
yeah.
Slap him one more time.
One more good time.
All right.
A spray of blood shoots out the side of Benji's mouth.
Come on,
Splatters
Benji.
on Labolas.
This is. We've all seen a lot. We've all been through a lot. We can't have you falling down on us now.
Just sail on. Has it been a couple minutes yet?
yeah. By this time, like Benji, you've kind of come
And
to
a
as
few
well
slaps.
as you can, but like you're not. Again, he's not well, guys. But so you're now standing here at the
What does
bottom of
that
this
look like?
stairwell.
What is that? Are you just, I guess, pointing out how frail he is in terms of willpower and everything else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really what I'm pointing
Or
out.
has something happened? Okay.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not doing good.
Breaking out in cold sweats.
Alright.
His hands are shaking. Might be a little bit of like
Knees weak.
palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
Yeah. Okay.
Benji, you're gonna hold this. Like Benedict is gonna crumple up. Oh no, he's got a jacket on or something. He's gonna crumple up the jacket. So you're gonna hold this. This is your meatball, buddy. You got a meatball. the whole way home. We're going
Don't
back
look
to
at
the room.
anything.
You are.
Oh.
Do you remember Meatball? You remember Meatball? Good times.
You
Meatball.
remember Meatball?
Benedict, you wouldn't happen to have a drink on you, would you?
We will go get you one.
Buy you a drink.
I think I know a guy. I know a guy who has a drink on him. We're gonna take you straight to Mark to settle you down a bit.
Maybe,
Sure could use a drink.
maybe if we're all in agreement, maybe it's not the best idea to chase this mannequin. Maybe we should regroup,
Yeah.
go back to try to find Mark, at least Elma, and then once we're got our wits about us, then try to tackle this labyrinth situation. Because Elma does owe us an explanation. We did
It
fix
does.
that room at a cost for sure, but we fixed it.
And I think we need to change our room again. That room is ridiculous.
Well,
All right, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna try and get back to Elma.
Who's leading
Yeah.
the way?
I'll
Benji
lead
will
the way.
take the lead.
Feeling strong.
You think Benji will take the lead?
Meatball, buddy. Meatball back up there. Meatball from the rear.
All right.
Benedict, maybe you should. I know it's not normally your style, but still a little beat up. I can keep an eye on Benji and the soldier.
Hookups got a name, Hank, but yes, let's go.
And what was it that Benedict gave Benji? A crumpled up what?
Like his
Jacket.
A jacket. Okay. He's just like cradling it in his arms and like petting it like a cat.
Oh.
Okay. So
what
what
do we
is
need
what
to
is the
get-
plan then?
to get
You guys
back?
Are you just trying to
Going-
go
we're
upstairs?
We're trying to get back. Yeah, back upstairs, back to Elmer to talk to him, and then probably past Mark to try and get Benedict a bit better and maybe recuperate.
Okay. All right. So who was leading the way again? Was that Benji? Were you actually?
That's me.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll me a sanity check.
That is a success. 58 under
Fire.
65.
All right. Yeah.
He
So-
will never fail a roll
Never.
this entire
I will
session.
never die.
Not even.
Chosen one. Not even God.
Not even God himself. So, yeah, you start to head back up the stairs. As you're going, there's a moment where you hear a door above you open. And you hear someone walking. It appears they two are walking up. But they're like several flights above you. And it doesn't take, and they seem to be in quite a hurry, kind of like running up the stairs almost. Maybe if you peek up kind of between the stairs, like looking up the flights, you can just barely make out. It looks like a large man wearing white scrubs. Like he seems to be in a real hurry. And as you hear him close the doors behind him, there's a moment there, Benedict, where you're like, wait a second. How many flights did we come down? And you realize that you don't know. Not only that, you realize that you don't know how many flights you've been going up. At this point in time, you might hazard to reach out and open the door to the floor you're on. And it appears to still be the basement's.
Oh fuck! How long has this been?
We'll say you guys were trying to go up, like probably just like, oh, we've been walking up like 10 minutes. Seems like we should be there by now. You're not.
Good lord! When
Is that guy
Not
still
even-
there?
Or do you attempt to go after him? I mean, he's like pretty far up. I mean, like you're gonna have to really show out if you want to actually get to him.
Well,
in
I was
time.
going to try and shout at him. You there?
Yeah. He,
Can I get his attention?
you can. It's like maybe you see him briefly like look over, and you think you recognize him. He reminds you of one of the. Actually, why don't I just give you a name?
Don't say the orderlies, bro. Don't say the
Why don't I
orderlies.
just give you a damn name? He appears to be. Oh, I went too
Michael
far.
Devon.
I was not going to say Devon. I was going to say one of the other ones. Shit me. I'm taking way too long to do this. No, here it
Name's
is.
King. King in yellow.
King.
How do you do?
Yellow. No, he actually.
Let me roll against him right now. I'm on fire, baby.
No, he looks
That's
like
okay.
one of the other ones that you saw. A Richard Bryce, who I believe you guys ran into at least once. Reminds you of him.
Okay.
Richard.
He
Richard!
seems-
Richard, is that you?
He seems to be in too much of a hurry to stop. He keeps on going.
Richard!
Richard!
It's no use, Benedict. We've just been going in circles for at least 10 minutes. Benji, how you holding together?
Meatball?
Right, he seems normal.
The bolus is just shaking his head again. Just.
Now, Labos, positive thinking. We need to, I don't know what we need to do. Hank's gonna do a search. I don't, we're at a stairwell. I don't know what this, we need some, variety in what we're doing, obviously, to change.
Okay.
Success, 28 under 73.
All right. You, as you're kind of looking around, there is, as you look down, you see what, or maybe you go up a little more, maybe go down a little bit more. You're checking some more doors, but Hank, at some point in time, you look down the staircase and you see what appears to be the bottom. Like you see what appears to be where the stairs come to a landing where there are no more stairs down. And you see that, just looking down again between the flights, as you look down, you see there looks to be something pushed off to the side, like some type of, like, some boxes, or looks like some equipment or something like that, as you, like, peer down.
Benedict, take a look at this. And he shows them, like, the floor. Perhaps if we go to the furthest floor down, we can maybe navigate our way to the elevator.
Charlie! Charlie! He just starts shouting. Charlie!
You hear a door.
Open?
Yeah, you hear a door open beyond, like, in the door that exits the stairwell. You hear a door beyond that one open.
From a closed door that we're next to.
Yeah,
Something.
like the doors that go out from the stairwell.
Down or
Okay,
through,
look.
Benedict.
You said, so what is this? Hank, I don't know what I'm seeing here. Is this a floorboard? Is this... What's going on?
I don't. Let me.
Why did you get my attention for this? I'm trying to get us out of here.
Well, this is the. It can go to the very bottom of this building, but let me roll an alertness to see if I can see what this shit is next to, at the bottom. Success.
It's hard to see from here, but, like, it looks to be, like, maybe just, you can just barely catch, like, is that, like, the head of a pickaxe? Like, again, it's like a very slim view you have down here. There's, like, stuff down at the bottom.
A pickaxe, like
A
they've
pickaxe.
been digging. Let's go down, Benedict. Seems more interesting.
Every time we do the interesting stuff, somebody almost gets killed.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
fun.
let's do it.
Um,
It is, I agree. I'm having the time of my life, Hank. Time of my goddamn life.
Benji, we're gonna get out of here, son. Pull it together.
And it's at this point, Benji is like dancing with Meatball, like in a David Lynch scene, and he's just like,
The yellow king's cloak, all spun of gold, will caress us all with delights untold.
He's getting
That's
better.
beautiful. But you aren't actually in a fugue state at the moment, right? You came out of it. So.
no, he's
that's,
just got one willpower.
that's just him.
It's just what?
One willpower.
Benji, maybe it would be beneficial if we had a more stealthy approach to whatever's down here.
Right. The yellow king's cloak, all spun of
So you guys are gonna head to the
Whispering
bottom.
it instead of singing it.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna head to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you get down, you get on the bottom, and kind of like shoved underneath the stairs are some crates, and it doesn't take long. There's like a crowbar there, and again, like you do see like there is what appears to be a pickaxe and some shovels and like sledgehammers. There's ropes. There's old school like mining helmets that actually have a candle, with like a little bit of oil thing like up on them. Like
Is
there's
there
like
ground being exposed? Is there like tunnels?
there is not, but this equipment is used, and there's even like dirt kind of around, but there's nothing dug out here. Like it appears that this might be where the equipment is being kept. But yeah, it's all kind of here, and Labolas, is like kind of opening the, he opens them and he like pulls out like some rope and stuff. Like he's like, and he just kind of shrugs like, he's like what the hell? And about that time, there's a door down here, and you hear sounds behind the doors. It's the sounds of movement and like idle speaking of people. Not excited or anything, just kind of. And it's kind of like a mechanical kind of whirring, or kind of sound that's going on, like right behind this door. What would you like to do?
Can we stealthily try and
Yeah,
what's the word?
if you'd like. If you'd like to roll
over here.
a stealthy type roll, besides just narratively telling me you want to do it quietly.
I don't know how much noise I would make going up and listening to a wall.
Okay,
but
you don't have to roll a roll.
No.
You can just go in there and look.
I don't want to look. I just want to listen.
You tell me. Okay, you just want to
Can I
listen?
roll a listening? How about an alertness? Can I alert?
Roll an alertness check. What an excellent use for an alertness check. Well,
Here
let's
we
see what you do here. Always remember to mark your failures, right?
Sucks.
He'll never fail.
You'll never fail.
Chose
Never
one.
fail.
No, you hear
Number
what
55.
sounds like you put your ear and the sound, like this sounds like washing machines. And you hear people talking about, no, fold those and put those over there, or hey, where are the fitted sheets, and stuff like that. It sounds like people talking about a laundry behind here. You even hear the sound of like steam releasing, like psss, and stuff like that. So it sounds like a laundry. It makes sense. You're in a big hotel. They probably have a laundry room.
Interesting.
Makes all the sense in the
Does it-
world.
Benedict, did it sound performative? Like, it might be a scene, or did it sound like an actual
Rhubarb.
interaction?
I think, as far as I can tell, it's a normal laundromat to me.
Roll a luck check, Benedict.
Something like that.
Tell me what you get.
That is a failure.
Oh, what the hell?
As your ear is to the door opens.
Oh, come now.
I'm not going to make you take damage. I could, but I'm not going to. The door opens.
Somebody on the other side.
There is a man comes out. He appears to be he's kind of wearing like one of these bellhoppy type outfits, and as he's coming out, he has an unlit cigarette in his mouth, and
can I bum a
matchbook
cigarette?
in his hand. And he comes out. He's like, "Oh, sorry." He takes the cigarette out. He's like, "Oh, sorry about that." It's he like bumps into your head. He's like, "Oh, pardon, sir." He's like, and he goes to head upstairs.
Excuse me, sir.
Wait, yep,
Huh?
yep.
Huh?
We're
go anywhere.
Mid-light. Huh?
we're a bit lost. We're trying to find the elevator to get out to the floors above.
He's he lights a cigarette. He's like, just take the stairs.
Yeah, we tried that. And,
We tried.
He'll just he starts walking up the stairs. It seems to be very intent on smoking his cigarette. He's like, elevator's through there, and he points the door that he came through. And as he starts, like marching up the stairs. I would say he takes out a phone and starts fucking with it, but he definitely doesn't have one. So he's just like,
Can we get a cigarette for my buddy?
for who?
For Benji.
Sure, he'll give you a cigarette.
Can it mechanically help
No.
him in any way? Like with his addiction?
Nope.
Fine.
Nope. You can
Well,
technically,
then
I
I'm
think,
gonna hold
chain
on to-
smoke to stave off exhaustion effects, but he's not going to give you enough cigarettes to chain
Yeah,
smoke.
man, you smoke this. It's the good shit.
Yeah, but he's gonna kind of stomp upstairs as he's trying to smoke his cig.
Best let him. He seems
Could you-
like a... Go ahead.
Is he gone? God damn it, Hank.
He's
We just
going.
been talking to ourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
You,
was just gonna
can we
go.
come with you?
No, I'm taking. I'm on break. He's.
Yeah, but we could take a break.
You don't work here, man. And he just.
We actually have just done a job for Elmer.
He doesn't want to talk to you. He wants to take his smoke break and leave.
What an asshole. Is it just me? Guys, is it me?
It's just
Do
you.
I just get the assholes? Like when I speak to Elmer, he's an asshole. When I talk to this guy, I think my only friend is Charlie and Benji. Maybe Hank.
Maybe.
Yeah. Should have offered him tea.
Should have offered him tea. What are you guys doing?
Damn it.
Let's go. Let's go try to find this elevator through the door.
Benji's gonna grab a pickaxe.
Okay. You can absolutely grab a pickaxe. Add that to your character sheet if you're gonna.
Hank's gonna grab some dirt.
Hank, add a pocket full of dirt to your character sheet,
And
please.
I feel like I will take the rope.
Okay. So you
Okay.
you have like a coil of rope wrapped around you, like crossways around your
Private.
shoulder.
What are you taking?
You might look right nice in one of
Man.
them miner's helmets.
Oh, I've already got a helmet. I mean,
That one has a light on it.
okay. You convince him to take a miner's helmet.
This is every GM's favorite moment. when
Yeah, it
NPCs just start picking up random bullshit.
He's our pack.
He's your pack mule.
Animal.
Yeah, he's like using a
alright.
follower in Skyrim to carry all your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What does this wash machine
Okay.
room look like?
You open the door and you see it's a low ceilinged kind of like very industrial type room, and there are along one wall is just these big industrial, like almost as tall as a person, like these big industrial washing machines. With the big glass doors, you see sheets, and other, and bedding and stuff going around. And there are a few people in here. It's like, probably 3 or 4 of these bellhoppy, kind of clad people, different like men and women, and they're cleaning and folding, and there's towels and whatnot. They've got these big carts of dirty ones, and they've got some carts full of clean ones, and they seem very intent. It is so hot in here. It is like steamy. Like maybe they're, on one side there probably is like a woman who's steaming, or ironing, has like a big industrial press that like irons like entire sheets at once kind of thing. And it's just like, it's steamy and warm in here. And all above you are these pipes that are like kind of clanking when, and like kind of groaning with the steam and everything inside them. These guys, there's like, you get like an eyebrow from one guy who then like maybe looks over at one of the women and she also does an eyebrow, and they just seem very much like, fuck it. Like they've got their own shit going on. They're not worried. They don't seem to worry about you guys. So, and besides that, inside the like down on one side, like toward the end, you see that there are like a few doors, like kind of you have to walk through the laundry room to kind of get to them. So yeah, what do you guys want to do here? Do you want to engage more NPCs in conversation?
I actually do, but I feel like he was being catty, so I don't think I can.
Oh,
Well, don't mind us. We're just passing through, ladies and gentlemen.
okay.
Can we
Let's
see
go through one of
anything?
the doors.
I don't know. Can Benji see anything?
I would say
Benji,
that
what is this place?
what you're asking Benji?
Yeah.
You just asked me to like, why I'm Benji? Like, are you asking me to make an alertness?
Is there
Like-
anything unnatural about this place?
This unnatural
Yeah.
laundry room.
Why don't you roll on a cult or something so we can see if you lose some more sanity in this
I
one?
ain't no goddamn bloodhound. It ain't like I just catch whiffs of unnatural. But alright, I'll do it.
What are you rolling?
Success on a cult.
I don't think you're gonna get anything with a cult here. Honestly, I'm sorry.
I mean, I didn't expect to.
Well, that's
So
fair.
fair.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go through them doors. I think this might just be a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So you guys are just gonna try to head out the other side.
yeah.
Okay.
I want to see. Is there anything around us? Like, is there anything noteworthy in the room, or maybe an intelligence, or do we know
Well,
what
as-
we're doing here?
Well, so as you guys begin to go out, you see that there is near the door there is like a short hallway that goes to the left, and it sounds like Benedict is curious. So he like pokes his head around, and you see that there is like the whole floor in here looks to have been burgundy carpet, like the rest of the hotel at some point, but it's all bleach stained, right? Because of all the laundry stuff. So like it's almost completely white, or that kind of burnt white in a lot of places. But you like poke your head around, and you see that there is an area that is a little further away from the machines and stuff, and the carpet is still very much that kind of red burgundy color. And you see that there is off to the side, there's like a big pile of laundry. And you hazard, I guess, a look up, and you see that there is what appears to be like a hole in the ceiling. This looks to be basically like a landing pad for laundry. And that's... It doesn't take much of a look to notice that in this big pile of dirty laundry that there's something out of place. Maybe even Benedict, you could swear you see the logo of AC/DC.
What?
In the shirts, dirty shirts.
Yeah. Is that Thunderstruck? Is that what that is? What would Benedict like to do? I see he himself is
Already.
thunderstruck. That's
I see what you did there.
Huh.
Very, very clever. Yeah, I guess need to investigate. That's too out of place.
yeah. You go over and it's not like you're getting terribly far from these guys, and I'm sure they see you go, but it's like you pick it up and it's like they're in with the sheets. There are definitely the clothes of like some torn jeans, some like band shirts and things like that. That are definitely out of place here. But in and amongst them, there are also kind of wadded up are some some outfits, but they are not. They are like there's like a bellhop's uniform, right? But there's also one that, and each of them has like a little pin, like pinned to the collar, right, with a little label on it. And like the bellhop one says bellhop, and there's one that's like it's like a suit, just like a suit and like matching suit and pants, but it says gangster. And then there's another one that says businessman. There's another one that says butcher. And you're looking through these, and you realize that or make that intelligence check. Let's see if you can remember where you might have seen this before.
I get a critical
Crit.
success.
The Samahina home.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought that's where we were going.
And your
Really?
eyes are drawn up to the laundry chute. The
Wait,
laundry
we
chute.
saw these clothes in her house.
Yes.
We were on the other side of the laundry chute, right?
Oh, they did. She did have like that. Did she have a chute?
Is that
in her
when we
house?
broke the bottle?
Benedict, you are drawn
Oh.
to the laundry chute. And you look. You hear something. It sounds like a shout
Oh.
come from the laundry
okay,
chute.
hold on. Can Benji? I think I know what's happening. Guys, get you. We're gonna catch this thing. Something's in the pool. We're gonna catch this.
Catch what?
But you look.
Just come here.
You look up and you see a flashlight shining down at you, and you can hear the sounds of someone yelling down at you, and you try to yell back. But the din of the machines seems to drown you out. And before long, a piece of paper is dropped down the laundry chute. It falls at your feet. And you stare down at a slip of paper written in Benji Potts' hand that says, blink once for help, blink twice for okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Got milk.
Now roll a sanity check.
Because there's 4 figures staring up at us, right?
And go ahead and roll a sanity check.
All of us.
No, just Benedict. This all kind of happens before he gets the chance to, to really engage you
That is a
guys.
success.
Success.
All right.
Solid.
Under 65. I think roll 20 is just broken. for me.
Zero
It's on fire.
sanity damage for you. Yeah, he's broken
Wow.
into the code.
Can I try and communicate back?
You do, but like as you go to look back up, like they appear to be gone.
Worlds are colliding.
All right, I'm not going to tell you what that.
Meatball.
I thought a bottle was going to drop, but I think I was in the wrong part of my story. Like Benedict is obviously a little frazzled by this. I thought I was going to catch a bottle. I thought it was going to change our future, but it's just a note.
Yeah.
Just a note
What
from
the
old
hell are you
Benji.
talking about, Benedict? Change
Don't
the
worry
future.
about it.
Okay.
Meatball.
Oh,
Meatball.
gotcha.
So you guys turn to go through this door that you're told leads to the elevator, and as you do, there is a Benedict. As you turn around and you're about to turn back the corner, back away from the chute, you hear this hollow knocking noise. As you glance over your shoulder, you see the figures of 4 mannequins now standing underneath the chute, all looking up. And I imagine you just say to yourself, just, nope,
Oh, no.
not today,
Nope.
as a bottle falls in between them and shatters.
Okay, because that's what we did. We saw 4 figures looking up at us, and we threw I think the kid's bottle with Patsu in it, or something. Or not, it wasn't Patsu, it was like some nasty shit
The daddy
from
juice.
that tub. Yeah, the daddy
Right.
juice.
We've had
Probably
some good times, haven't we?
So you guys open the door, and as you open the door, you are surprised to hear the sound of another door, of someone fumbling with keys, right? And as you open this door, you see a long hallway, and again, not like the hotel with where things are kind of done up, even if they are deteriorating. Not like rooms of guests, but it feels very much like a tenement, all crunched together. And you see, as you open the door, you hear someone fumbling with their keys, and you see there standing before you, in front of a room labeled only with the number 2.
Charlie.
You see Charlie. Oh, you made it. Welcome.
Is it tea time?
Oh boy, is it tea time. And that is probably a good place for us to stop for this one. Gentlemen.
Cool.
I've never had a
just
tea
feel
party
like a missed
cliffhanger before.
opportunity.
Like a classic tea party cliffhanger?
We've come in contact with our past/future selves twice.
Yeah.
Shit's weird, man. All right, everyone watching, everyone listening, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I do want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to 4 new patrons who have joined us.
Hey,
I want to thank Tim, Rachel,
Tim.
Brian,
Hey,
and
Rachel.
Patty.
Hey, Brian.
Wow.
Hey, Patty.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Guys, thank you so much for supporting us. It really helps. Listen, and if you want to support us, and even if you don't have anything to spare for Patreon, if you want to support us, if you want to help us out, tell a friend about us. Leave a like or a good review, or whatever, wherever you're watching. We really appreciate it. It helps us. But tell a friend about us. Be like, hey, these guys have a good time. They have a wacky adventure. It's great. And if you want to get the episodes a week early, you want to get the sanity checks, consider Patreon. It's just $3 a month. You help us out a lot. But guys, I want to thank you for doing this with me again. For Dace for doing all the moving around he has to do to make this work.
We had some technical issues
We had some
earlier.
technical issues. But yeah, guys, great job today. Great job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
it's fun.
Joe.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. If you are watching live with us, stay tuned. We will return. For everyone else, again, thank you so much for joining us. And remember, stay safe and stay sane. Bye. Why are you like this?